Look, it's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's shit tossing man. I mean, monkey man. Of course. Hey guys, welcome to another review. Welcome to my review for Monkey Man. Monkey Man is directed and written and starring Dev Patel. Is this his first movie he's directed? I don't know. Didn't bother to look on his IMDb page to find out, but it's a grimy, brutal, violent action movie starring Dev Patel in a very small performance by Shelton Copley. Just rules of advice for filmmakers. You want to enhance your movie and make your movie a lot more entertaining, always put Shelton Copley in it. Even if he's a glorified cameo, put that man in your fucking movie. He's the only reason why that movie Beast, remember that movie that came out a couple years ago? That movie sucked ass. He was the only good thing in that movie. Anyways, Monkey Man. Monkey Man is about a man who's like, just hiding in his anger, his rage for society and the higher ups and the elites that are shitting on the middle class and lower class citizens. And to unleash all his rage and anger, he goes to these fight clubs and pounds the ever living shit out of people. Dressed as a monkey, wears a monkey mask. And it's basically his fuck you to society and higher ups and stuff. And he works his way up to eventually get to the top dogs and bring justice. It's a vigilante story we're talking here. It's the Monkey Man. Not Batman, the fucking Monkey Man. I was pumped for this movie. I was ready for it. Like, this looked awesome as shit. Like, fucking right. Monkey Man, brutal action. We're talking John Wick meets Fight Club. Sign me up for that stuff. Sign me the fuck up. I was a little disappointed. Really, I was. I'm sorry, guys. I really am. People were praising this. Like, critics were loving it, which means dick all for me, but people were saying it was awesome. It was brutal, visceral. Dev Patel crushes it. Super well directed. Some of the best action scenes filmed in years. What a lot of crap that is, but there's just a lot of things wrong with the filmmaking in this movie, and I feel like people are just missing that because there is a lot of messaging, and I understand the messaging, and I agree with a lot of the messaging this movie is trying to tell, but I think a lot of people are just invested with the messaging, and Dev Patel's a very well-liked actor, and critics love him, and they don't want to ever give him a negative review and stuff. I have no shame in doing that. As much as I think Dev Patel seems like a nice guy and a pretty good actor, I have no problem shitting on his movies because I'll shit on anyone's movies if I don't like it. And honestly, acting wise, he was really good in the film. I think he plays a good role. He's not the most likable character, but he's a character I understand, I can get behind, and I did buy him as a badass. Like, he does some pretty grimy shit in this movie, and it was pretty fucking cool to watch. And yeah, he has some pretty, I would say some badass moments, and I'm like, okay, I'm on board. Shelton Copley, he's not in it a lot. He should have been in it a lot more. He steals every scene he's in, or every kind of scene. He's barely in the fucking movie. Was he 2 scenes in this movie? He's great, though. Should have been more in the film. And some of the action is done very well, but some of the action is done very poorly. And that's my huge gripe with the movie, because it's an action, well, it's not really an action. The last, 45 minutes is an action movie. A lot of it is the story about this character and what he's all about and the reason why he's doing these things, why he's become the Monkey Man. It's very dramatic, and then it turns into an action movie. The trailers, I think, are just, I think it's falsely, advertising this movie as like a non-stop thrill ride action film. It is not that until the second half of the movie. The first half of the movie is pretty like a drama crime movie, and then the last hour is action. So the trailers is a little misleading. Also, some of the reviews are a little misleading of calling this some of the best action sequences put to film. Absolutely not. There is some great moments. There's some pretty awesome hand-to-hand combat, but there's also a lot of shaky cam and quick edits and bad lighting, which I couldn't see what was happening. There was some fight sequences. Maybe it was the location. I don't know. Maybe it's just amateur directing by Dev Patel's part, but there was just moments I couldn't see what was going on. There was literally action scenes. I didn't know who was who and who was getting hurt and where they were getting punched or stabbed. I was like, I'm trying to figure out what's happening, but the lighting was just so poor, and I'm like, that shouldn't be happening. Like, Dev Patel, man, you're not an amateur, but you're acting very amateur with the directing style and these action sequences. Some of them were really good when they were very well lit, and there was a scene where the shots are a lot more smooth and they don't put a lot of cuts in it, more near like the very ending. But man, there's some like hand-to-hand combat scenes that were so choppy, very shaky, very just quick and badly lit, and just, it was not like pretty to watch, and it was just ugly and terribly made. And I'm like, wow. People were like really hyping the action in this movie. They were saying the action was like the best part, and it's not that great. There are some moments the action is really good, but there are a lot of moments that it's really bad. It's kind of mid, the action, because every time there's a couple bad action sequences, there's some really good ones. And I don't know, maybe in a year or so, just YouTube the action scenes of this movie, and then maybe you'll get your fulfillment from it, because the story is very basic. It's nothing that compelling because it's a story I've seen before. Dev Patel is good. Chantal Copley is good, and the messaging is good and it's there, but I was wanting to watch this movie for the action sequences, and they were very disappointing. So the movie itself was very disappointing because it is an action movie, and it's just not a great action movie. If it wasn't an action movie and was just a straight dramatic character study, then I think the movie would have been a lot better, but it's not really that. And yeah, the Monkey Man thing is cool, the vigilante style, and just the way he does the mask, and the presentation and the idea is great. Like, the story is a great idea for a great action movie. It's just the execution wasn't all there. And I was just very disappointed. I was actually, like, going into this movie really pumped, and I left super disappointed. And yeah, sad. I'm in the minority, I know. I'm always in the minority, but I don't care. It's just how I feel. It doesn't mean I'm right or wrong. Just how I interpret it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give Monkey Man a 6.3 out of 10. Dev Patel, acting-wise, really good. Directing-wise, needs improvement. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions on Monkey Man. And yeah, what are your thoughts and opinions on Dev Patel as a director? And what is your favorite Dev Patel movie? Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel and try the dark side.